I'll start the coding. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. I was just buying time so I can be on this powerful item. So now the next thing we discuss with the person is the power of a story. So your story is very important, and the story has different dimension as you start your Omega Pro business. Now, part of the item we have is what is your Omega Pro story, and most especially we look at your why. Why did you join Omega Pro? Your why needs to be convincing. You understand? Whereby when you meet a person, tell him, you know what? Look, I was tired of living below the average. I was tired of being behind my rent. I was tired of being frustrated at my workplace, being tossed around, and working very hard for a boss who could not appreciate me. So I thought I needed to have something I can do aside that maybe can give me capital to start my dream business. And the only vehicle I had to start, I could really look at was this platform of Omega Pro. So why did you join Omega Pro? Your prospects wants to know. Now you share your story. Why Leste? Why Mayanja? Why Julius? Why did you decide to join this business in a very fast pace? Hope it makes sense. Always makes sense. As I'm in the background, as you are tuning in, please mute yourself. Okay. Thank you. So as you are coming on board, think about you yourself before you tell your prospect or your new member to tell you their why Omega Pro story. Why did you choose to join Omega Pro? You understand? What are your reasons? Why did you choose to join Omega Pro? It's very important that each one of us will take time this morning and think about why. Because there were already other companies that were paying even big percentages. There were companies that are involved in beautiful health and wellness products. But why did you choose to chase your dream, leveraging Omega Pro? Why? You understand? So you need to be in position to tell your story to your new member so you can inspire them to also create their why Omega Pro story. Because as we are presenting, these are the things we started with. You understand? These are the reasons why you started Omega Pro, and you have your story with Omega Pro. What makes Omega Pro different from anything else? Why did you decide to choose Omega Pro? What is your story? This is something that looks to be simple, but a lot of members they ignore it. But I can tell you, if you ask Tomiwa, if you ask all these top analysts, their story is so formidable. Their story is so powerful and so touching. Why they had to choose Omega Pro? You understand? Why did you have to choose Omega Pro? Why Omega Pro? So this is a very important part that we need to think about. Let me tell you, as at the end of the call, I'm going to give everybody a chance to tell us why did you choose to tell Omega Pro story before? Why did you choose to be part of Omega Pro? You understand? What are your reasons? What are your reasons? You understand? You understand? Like for personally, when it comes to my why Omega Pro, you understand? Because I wanted to find financial freedom, and I wanted a company that could pay me passive income. You understand? Whereby without even bringing nobody, I can still make money, and also my pocket can make money. You understand? And I wanted something that is sustainable and has proven the test of time. And when I looked at Omega Pro, the leadership, their product, their service, their level of transparency, whereby we have access to the live trends and we have access to institutional trading, that gave me the trust, and it gave me the faith I needed to really look at the bigger picture into this company. And when I look at the transparency, the leadership, the product, the service, which Omega Pro was providing, no any company in the market could provide for me something close to this. Yeah, so you create you create a story. Why did you choose to be part of Omega Pro? Because as you start your presentation, as you start the conversation of Omega Pro in the marketplace, it lands on stories. No, it's not about facts, but it's all about stories. People remember stories, and they forget about the facts. You understand? It cannot be more, like, for example, I can talk about when it comes to it can be because of your personal experience. You understand? Why you want financial freedom, why you wanted to work for yourself. You understand? About your past. You are frustrated, you are behind your bills, you are just getting by, the salary was not enough, you are living in debt. And when you look at that, when your upline shared with you Omega Pro, you saw a vehicle that can get you out of debt. And that's your story. And the reason why you are doing Omega Pro aggressively is you want to leverage this platform so you can be able to collect money to pay your debt. I don't know what your Omega Pro is, but right now it has to be unique for mine. It has to be a unique one. It has to be customized to you. The next item we talk about in the storytelling, you have to create getting started story. How did you get started? Right? No, not started right, but how did you get started in Omega Pro? People, they want to know about that part, that episode. Yes, I like the part of what Tomo Anomite tells us. You know what? For me personally, I never had money. I had to I had to discuss this with my wife when I got to know about Omega Pro. I knew this is something that can get us from debt. I knew this is something that can get us the financial freedom and the lifestyle that we are looking for, and the lifestyle that I promised my family. So I never had money. And me and my wife the only money we had was savings for the school fees of our children. And guess what? I had to list the school fees for my children, $500. And when my wife found out, when my children were just out of school because of school fees, he told me, you know what, honey, go and get that money from the account. I had to tell her the honest truth that the money was used to get started in Omega Pro, and guess what? It was fire. You understand? But a few months later, my children are now in the best school. So if I never raised that school fees, I don't know if right now I could have had anything to pay school fees for our children with. So we look at that also, that part of the story. How did you get involved? You understand? Maybe some of you had to borrow money. Maybe some of you had to join with the highest package possible. You understand? How did you get involved? How did you get started in Omega Pro? People want to listen to that part. And also, because it will also help them to draft their own story, how they got started, so that they don't shy away from it, because it's part of the prospecting tool. But more importantly, we look at your product story. The product is very, 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 very important. How you experience the product within like the product we have when it comes to Omega Pro is the compounding. You understand? What's your experience with that? You understand? You put maybe 500, you put maybe 1,000. How is it going so far? You understand? Every day you are seeing what they are paying you per day is increasing. Can you inspire your new person with that part of the story of the product? You understand? Whereby you don't have to worry about trading for yourself. You don't need to worry about paying for expensive courses or bank signals or buying what you call monthly maintenance or paying monthly maintenance fee. But because of this of the product, the uniqueness of it, and how you're experiencing this product being able to make money on autopilot passively. So your product experience, people want to know about that. So this is something you need to think about, because to help you to make your presentation better, you make the presentation to be custom made to you, and as far as you know how this business is making sense to you, then it can make sense to them, because they know you as a person. Your first Saturday story with Omega Pro. That's why I told you it's very important. The moment you join, within the first 1 month, you have results. You understand? How much did you make within your first 30 days when you joined Omega Pro? You understand? Guess what? I joined 500. I brought 2 people, I brought 3 people within my first 30 days. And guess what? I made my capital back within the first 30 days. That's a story that can inspire a person. You understand? But if you are telling you still, you know what, for me, I joined and not understand the things. I had to take 6 months when I'm investigating everything. It tells a prospect that you also need to take 6 months. Some of our stories are not inspiring. You understand? When we talk about your first 30 days story, meaning we are talking about your results. Within 30 days, okay, you make 10%. The bit above Omega prices, at worst, you make 10% of your capital back. But if you are networking in this opportunity of Omega Pro, within your first 30 days, you can make all your capital back. I don't care if you put 1,000, if you bring in people by the binary, if you look at direct follow, the company is paying, you can get your capital back. At worst, if your story contains that within my 5 days, yes, after knowing what I needed to do, I went out there and I worked like a madman. And the good news, within the 5 days, I bought one of my friends said with this amount of money, another friend said with this kind of money, and combined, I did sales of $5,000. $500, I got paid $500 cash, which I withdraw via Bitcoin. Within 5 days, I made my first withdrawal, and it took about 1 week to arrive in my Bitcoin wallet. And you have the evidence about that. It will inspire the person to take the business seriously. So think about the 5 days when you joined Omega Pro. What happened? You understand? And then you tell a person how it's important for him not to sit on this opportunity. But when he joins Omega Pro, where it's very important within the first 30 days to go out there in the field to work like a madman. You understand? To work like a madman, so that within the first 30 days, he has the results that can inspire the new people he will be bringing in the near future in his or her business. If we ignore the first 30 days, it will affect how we look for in the future, because our story will not be inspiring. If a person discovers you got this opportunity and you start on it for 4 months, you never told nobody, you are just telling the person also to do exactly the same. So work on your first 30-day story. If you have been sitting on this and never took the business seriously within your first 30 days, now you are serious about the business. Can you start to launch your business starting today, whereby in the next 30 days, your story can change regarding this very business? More importantly, we talk about your rank advancement story. It's very, very important. People want to know, okay, this business contains ranks. How long did it take you to hit your first rank? Yes, remember, for you to hit a rank in Omega Pro, you need to be on the package of 500. And we have one of the easiest rank, which is associate. Associate, by bringing 2 people 500, which is for like $400 worth of sales and $600 worth of sales, meaning you have made sales over $1,000 left and right. No, 400 right and 600 on left, which is a total of 600 both legs. Do you understand? But if you do that, ladies and gentlemen, you become associate. You understand? At worst, you tell a person, yes, within my first 1 week of joining, I became associate. Within my first 30 days of joining, I became associate. You understand? Within my first 90 days of joining the business, I became a silver executive. I got a leadership pool, and I got a fully paid trip by the company. So your rank will inspire people to join you in your business. So as you join Omega Pro, it's very important you work on your first rank as fast as possible, because if you're not hitting rank, you're not be able to inspire people to also work on achieving the same result as far as rank achievement is concerned. So if you want to connect with you, how long did it take you to hit your first rank in Omega Pro, to hit your second rank, to hit your third rank? You understand? So as you are building Omega Pro, your rank advancement story is also a tool you can use to build the business. Then we talk about your success in the group. Your success in a group story. You understand? This is something you need to focus on. Your success in group. Yes, in Ideal Partner, how have you been succeeding? Did you become a better presenter? You understand? Did you become good at prospecting? You understand? Now you can stand on stage. Now you are eloquent. Now you can do the things you couldn't do. And now everybody in the group of ideal partner looks at you as an inspiration. You understand? You have managed to make quality friendship because of this business. You understand? As far as how the team is concerned, what's your success? People want to know about that and they want to see it happening. You understand? Hmm? People want to see it happening. Why? Because at the end of the day, even if we tell all the fact there is about this business, if we don't, we get ourselves out of our equation, it will not be impactful. But if we want to impact lives the way we are saying that Omega Pro is impacting lives, then we need to use our personal stories, no matter how small or how average or how big they are. People want to connect with you from your own lens, how you're expressing Omega Pro. So why did you choose to join Omega Pro? How did you get started in Omega Pro? What's your experience with the product of Omega Pro? You, not Mustafa, not Tomiwa, but you understand? That's why sometimes when we talk about the product, our product is the back office. When you go there in the field, where you need to log in and be able, let me tell you for the past days how I've been earning in Omega Pro. I'm sure a person, okay, I said earning small, but look, I said at 0.4, but now the percentage is increasing. Now I'm paid on 0.6. So my percentage is increasing because of the power of compounding. You need to be able to share your back office with the person, to share the person the experience you have with the product. Your further days, how is it going? You understand? Your success, your rank advancement. So people want to connect with you via these facts. You understand? So don't get yourself out of the equation. For things to happen, it's going to be because of you. For things to fail, it's going to be because of you. So your story is very important. So get your story and divide it into this dimension as you are seeing here on your screen. Why Omega Pro, how you got started, your product experience, your further days with Omega Pro, your rank advancement, and your success in the group. Because people will always remember stories, but they always forget the facts. You understand? So let's remove all the English and everything, and then we focus on the story. Hope you're getting value from this item as we're finishing this study of getting started right in Omega Pro. Now, the other thing, as I finalize this item, is the importance of skills. Yes, you have said Omega Pro, but just like in any other career, if you want to be an engineer, you have to go to the engineering school and study everything there is about engineering. If you want to go into medicine, you have to go and study everything there is about medicine. So anything you want to succeed in is a study. If you want to be happy, you need to study happiness. If whatever you want to do in life is always a study. So as you are coming into Omega Pro, which is part of network marketing, for you to be able to achieve your goals or your dreams, using Omega Pro as a vehicle, it's very important to be deliberate on improving your skills, because skills will be required. And if you can decide to become professional, because professionals are people who are schooled, professionals are people who have skills in a particular calling. You understand? People who don't have skills, we call them gamblers. You understand? Because everything is happening by chance. But people with skills, ladies and gentlemen, they know what to do. So in this industry, your skills will make a place and a career for you. If not, quitting will be around the corner. You always find an excuse to quit the business if you're not skilled. You understand? So more importantly, it's very important you buy or get an ebook of GoPro to master the 7 skills to become a network marketing professional. You understand? In network marketing, and in this book, we discover we have amateurs, we have posers, and we have also the professionals. Of course, amateurs, they are not skilled, they don't have any experience. Even they don't know if this business even require any skill. So stop being an amateur make a decision to acquire skills. We also have what you call posers. Posers, these are people that that pretend they know what they're doing, but actually they don't know what they're doing. They pretend they walk around as if they're leaders, but they're not even leaders. You understand? They walk as if they know what's going on in their business, but they're not aware. But if you look at them, the way they carry themselves, they look like they're professional people. But if you walk around them, they lack integrity, they lack skills, they don't have their teamwork ethics. Their work ethics are zero. Their communication is zero. But they're just posing around. It's easier for everyone to call themselves professional. You know what? I'm a professional networker. But the question is, if you let yourself on the skills of which makes people to become professional networkers, where are you? So the skills you need to master as you begin this career, take note. One is how to prospect. Yes, we have a professional way on how to prospect people in network marketing. Prospecting means on how do we go out there and get prospects. These are the potential customers that we can add to our list, because I told you in this business you need a list, whereby a list is going to be your stock, where you have a diary, you have a notebook whereby you keep writing all the people you want to share your business with. And people who are prospecting, they always have a name list, and they have a professional way how they can add people to their list. So how you can go out there in the field and hunt, you understand, or farm people you can add to your list. Is a skill that you need to make a decision in the next 90 days. I need to master this skill. You understand? Amateurs don't mind about this. The second skill you need to focus on is inviting. Yes, you have got people to on our list, but now how do we invite them to have a look at what we're doing? How do we make appointment with people? You understand? How do we make phone calls for people to come and maybe come to our presentation, maybe give us the appointment to meet them in their office, or to come to have lunch or dinner with us? How do we invite people? Is there a professional way of inviting people? Of course, yes, there is a skill you need to master. So you are not gambling in network marketing. If you're not aware of that invitation is a skill, you will be gambling, you'll be an amateur in this business. So as you're starting your journey with Omega Pro in network marketing, just take note that inviting people is a skill you need to master along the way. May not be today, but just take note, it's a skill you need to master along the way. You understand? Not everybody that makes a phone call. Some of you have people that are showing up by chance, because probably they don't believe in you. Even if you abuse them, you know what? And tell you, Alistair, I want you in the next 5 minutes. They will just take a bus and just come back immediately, because you have been invited to them. So not because you're a professional inviter, but because of the relationship you have with the person. But I'm talking about mastering this skill to level whereby even if somebody is a stranger, you have never met them before, you can invite them and they come running into your presentation. They come running to meet you for an appointment. They can give you the appointment. It's a skill you need to master. More importantly, the other skill we need to talk about is presentation. Yes, presentation. Not everybody you are going to tell about your Omega Pro business is going to sign up. You understand? And the reason why some people do not sign up, because they don't understand even what you're talking about, because the way you are presenting is poor. You don't know how to present. The way you are packaging your Omega Pro business is poor. You understand? And even if you listen to yourself, if you cannot sign up under yourself. Why? We have a professional way on how we can present the business to our people. It's a skill you need to master. How do I begin my presentation? How do I customize the Omega Pro business to the need of this customer? How do I customize Omega Pro presentation to this person, depending on his dream and his goal? How can I show this person that Omega Pro is the answer they've been looking for them to achieve the financial freedom that they have just told me about? How can I be able to ask quite a questions so that as I present this business will make sense to this client. This business will make sense to this person. It's a skill. You understand? Those who have been following me in Omega Pro, you see me the way I present. Sometimes I can even jump the entire profile, because according to the person, even you find that profile of the company is not what's important as for now. Person want to know how does this make sense to me? How does this make business sense to me? How do I make money with this? And I get their hot buttons, and I make sure I address their hot buttons during the course of the presentation. And by the time I finish the presentation, somebody does not have any question apart from joining. So presenting is a skill. You understand? Presenting is a skill. And as you are joining Omega Pro, make a deliberate decision to master how to present to people professionally. There is professional way of presenting, and there is what you call unprofessional way of presenting. So choose where you want to be. But if you are going to make it $1 million and use Omega Pro to achieve your dream, how you present to your people is very, very, very important. So don't take it for granted. It's a skill you need to master. Now, more importantly, I'll talk about when I present to you, it doesn't mean you're going to join immediately. Because people don't come with money immediately. When I present to you, sometimes maybe I called you, you didn't know what I'm calling you for. So you come, but you don't have the money. So there's another skill you need to master beyond just being a good presenter. Yes, you may be good at prospecting, you may be good at inviting, making appointments, you may be good at presenting, but that may not be able to guarantee you a sign-up. There is beyond presenting, beyond inviting, beyond prospecting. There is another skill you need to master. By this skill, we call it follow-up with your prospect. Follow-up is where the fortune is made. You understand? Some people, they do a perfect presentation before even promise to sign up, but because they are poor at following up, they're not in a position to close the sale. Follow-up is where we close the sales, we close the deal. You understand? But after making the presentation, what I know with follow-up, that it will take at least 3 exposures. Professional people, they do about 3 presentations for a person to make up their mind to register into the business. Yes, we do the first presentation, but the goal of the first meeting is to schedule the second meeting. Remember that. We as professionals, the moment I'm talking to you after the presentation, my goal is not just about okay, I can ask when are you paying, but more important, I know when you are paying, maybe you are waiting for Saturday, but as waiting for Saturday, let me know when can we meet Friday for another cup of coffee. They have something new to share with you. You understand? Or I call you and I tell you what, you know what, Mayanja, there's some good information that I skipped last time when we last had an appointment that I want to share with you. Are you available on Thursday or Friday evening so that I can meet you and I share with you the important part of the information that I left out that I never had the chance to share with you, and you get a chance to meet this person the second time, and you fire him again with another presentation. We show him what Omega Pro did with the Legend Cup. You show him the brand ambassadors we have. We show him how we are ranking up on Business for Home, and these are all follow-up strategy. So you don't just end up at presenting the person and you leave them to God, so that God can follow them up on your behalf. So we make a decision to be deliberate on making additional appointments over the course of time, because we know it will take at least have a free appointment when you are meeting this person physically, either online, for this person to be convinced that this is the business they need, because people are poor at making a decision. People, they don't know what they want. You understand? By following up, we get people through what they want, and what they want is Omega Pro. You understand? And they need it. You understand? People, they don't know what the difference between what they want and what they need. So through following up, we tell them, okay, the Omega Pro is something they need to act upon urgently if they're gonna have the financial future that they told you about. Yes, but yes, we can follow up people and they get started. Congratulations. But that's where the serious work starts from, when a person has become a member in your team. Other people who are amateurs, the moment they follow people very well, yes, they've got a deal sign up, they have passed through all the free exposure, the person has got the money, they register for their package, guess what? They go and sleep and they focus on another person. No, the moment the person gets involved, that's where the actual work starts. And we as a professional, guess what? We want to guide this person to do exactly what we have been doing. You understand? We want to prepare them mentally, professional, and welcome them and congratulate them for their decision, like what I've been working through for the past 2 weeks, the skill which we call helping them become customers or distributors. How do I help a person become a serious business builder under Omega Pro? Is how I launch them from day one. And it's a skill professionals have mastered. So as you are joining Omega Pro, take note. Mastering how to launch people professionally is a skill that you need to master, helping them get started right. It's a skill. Don't leave it to chance. Within the first 48 hours, schedule the appointment with this person. And guess what? If you can help them know the do's and don'ts and prepare them through everything I've walked you through, ladies and gentlemen, you find that this person will be able to produce results, and you see yourself duplicating, and you see volume coming into your team because you launch your people the right way. Then the final skill you need to master in your career in Omega Pro is grow your team via promoting events. This is the high speed skill. If you can master how to promote events, if you can master how to build this business on events, let me tell you, what takes people 2 years to achieve, you can achieve it in 90 days with the power of events. These are skills we need to master. Now, in this series, in Wake Up and Win, yes, we have covered the how to get them started, which is the skill, how to get them started right, which is the skill we have covered. Now, starting tomorrow, we are going to cover what we call finding prospect. We are going to get one skill at a time of this list. I have to start with skill number 6, which is help them get started right, because I realized many of the members we have here in either partners in Omega Pro never got a chance to be launched the right way. Why? Because your upline maybe never knew about these basics. You understand? So I had to use the first weeks as the opportunity to really prepare you and launch you the right way. And hope you got value from this episode of how to get started your customers, all this way started right in your Omega Pro business, but more importantly, also yourself. I hope you have got value on how you can get started and the right thing, what you need to focus on, personal development, and all the other kind of stuff I've been covering over the course of 1 or 2 weeks previously. So we are going to tackle every skill here one by one during the Wake Up and Win. So starting tomorrow, I'll be introducing the study called Finding Prospects. How do we go out there to look for prospects so you can know it, so you can apply it, so you can we study it, we practice it, and then you can be able to teach it to every new person that will be joining our team. Hope that will excite you. So tomorrow we are starting that skill. When we finish that skill set, then we talk about professional invitation is a skill set. How do we make phone calls? How do we make appointments? Then presentation skill, then follow-up skills, and we shall finalize with how promoting events as the final skill. So we look towards the next 30 days, which will be done with all these skills. Hope you are excited. Hope you are fired up. We're gonna be as slow as possible so that we don't leave anybody behind. What I can tell you, the moment you give me your maximum attention, you understand, every morning, and walk through these skills, because they have made a difference in my career in network marketing. When I discovered these skills is when I made up my mind to become a full-time networker, because now I had the skills, I knew what to do. With these skills, I can tell you, you can store me in any market around the world, and I can tell you I'll build a team. Just give me 90 days, I'll build a team. You understand? And of course, when we finish this skill, I will talk about the 90-day game plan strategy for building Omega Pro. We shall finalize with that in our Wake Up and Win series. This is the agenda of our Wake Up and Win. Take a screenshot of this. I'm not going to give this to chance so that I go read the book, because even if I give you a book, many people won't be able to understand them by themselves. So we're going to work it story by story so that we can be able to maximize to maximize this wake up and win, and we get so much value to access. But more important, ladies and gentlemen, when we look at the 3 things for massive success in this business, one is you need to have the understanding, solid understanding of what we have in network marketing. You need to have a solid understanding of what we have in Omega Pro. You understand? These things will be fundamental and will be key pillars to help you stick in this industry, stick with Omega Pro. You understand? Beyond skills. These are 3 things that you need to have, to have 3 things to massive success in this business. Having solid understanding about what we have. One is residual income. Yes, we know I'll cover this more important when I get more time, but right now I'll talk about residual income. Residual income is whereby you do the activity once and you get paid over the same activity you did previously over a certain period of time. Like, for example, it's just like building rental houses. You build them once and you'll be collecting rent from that property on monthly basis. You understand? The same happens with Omega Pro. Once you build the team, it will be able to pay residual income over a certain period of time, whereby even chances will come, even if you don't bring nobody, but because your team is working, you'll be able to make residual income, and you cannot put a price on residual income. Yes, you are used to what you call linear income or earned income from our side, whereby you only earn money when you work. But what Omega Pro promises us is what we call residual income, whereby you, like where Tomorrow has reached, even if we don't work, is maxing out the paper, whereby every Monday is making $50,000 in residual income, residue. You understand? We have one of our crown diamond. He passed away almost a year ago. It's called Engineer Vincent. But his family is getting $50,000 on weekly basis because of the residual income he built with Omega Pro. So it's very important we have a solid understanding of what we have here in this business. But more importantly, being an entrepreneur without all risks is what we promise here in Omega Pro. Yes, we have other avenues of becoming an entrepreneur. You can go into agriculture or other sectors. But when I tell you about Omega Pro, we're not paying any overheads. We don't need offices. We're not paying salaries. It's one of the cheapest way of you becoming an entrepreneur and make serious money with serious impact. Building business without boundaries is what we promise in this opportunity. Yes, you can build business in every part of the country. You can even relocate and start with the same business. You understand? So with Omega Pro, you are building business without boundaries. So if you're just thinking about your town, no, think outside the box. With Omega Pro, you have a license even to build business in Russia. You have a license to build business in even America. You have a license to build business in Nigeria. You have a license to build business in Uganda. Every part of the world, Omega Pro, as long as they have internet and their smartphone, with this entrepreneurship venture I've chosen, you can build a business. Not every venture you choose you can build without boundaries. You understand? It's not easy to expand other business, but with Omega Pro, you can just relocate or just connect with a friend on Facebook, and before you know it, you have a business in another country. So more importantly, the skills you need to master some skills to succeed in this business. Learn to be fearless, face your fears. Understanding the skills it will take to take away your fears. The reason why people they fear prospecting or share this business with, because they don't have the skills. But if you have the skills and you have the understanding, we have testimonies like, people who are with me in Think and Go Rich classes, those in Uganda. Right now, your confidence is now elevated. Why? Because now you have the understanding. You have got now the new perspective. And every time you understand what it takes to build this business, and you understand the deeper meaning of what we have here, and you also grow in skills, your fears will be reduced. But the reason why your fears are up as far as this business is concerned, because you're not worked on your understanding, and you're not worked on your skills. That's why when the person comes into our business, working on their understanding and working on their skills becomes a priority, because the only way you can address their fear, not just motivation. But more importantly, what you have covered in this skill so far, as we conclude this discussion, how we get a personal light in the business. These are what the items we have covered in summary. One, what do you want? Yes, this is something you need to discuss on the appointment. It should be on the list. What do you want? Congratulations for joining Omega Pro. But let's talk about what you want. What do you want to achieve in Omega Pro? What are you willing to give up for you to succeed in Omega Pro? For you to succeed in Omega Pro, it will require responsibility. Yeah, expectational management and emotional management. We have covered that item over the past 2 weeks. How to get involved, business stuff. We talked about make a list. We talked about invitation basics. In this study, we talked about the launch of your business. We talked about time management. We talked about personal development. And we talked about focus and consistency as the pillar that will help you really succeed in this business. And we talked about the importance of the events. And today we have covered the final part of this study, which is your story. And I've done a due diligence to really talk about why your story is very, very important. And as a person joining, why it's very important for him or to work on his story, because what will inspire people to join him, and also the importance of improving your skills. So what can I say? Wow, it has been 15 episodes and it has been a marathon. Hope you got so much value the way I got value. Yes. So let me hear from you, champions, what you have learned from this series of this important skill on how to launch people the right way. Hope now by end of this study, if you sign up a person, you know what to do with them. Hope you know. Hope you know what to discuss with them if you have been following everything. So I'm proud of you. Thank you, everybody. We are ILF partners. We don't just believe in coaching people, and by evidence, we believe in training, because through training, it's the only way we can retain. So we believe we could train and retain. We rise by lifting others. So let me get as I put everything on the screen. Let me hear from you. In summary of everything you have covered from the first episode to date, because today we are finishing this episode. Let me hear from you. If not right now, you know what to do when you have a person who has just signed up in your team. You know what to do. You understand? Let me hear from you, champions, without repeating myself. Yes, let's have raise up your hand. So I'm gonna be picking one person at a time. So Julius, go right ahead.
Wow. This has been so impactful. And about writing your story. This one starts with yourself, because people are going to join you. This is Saturday Julius from Uganda, a retired engineer who gave up on my beautiful job. And I started doing network marketing as my new career, and I had to forget all about my other professions. So network marketing, what you are going through is really what you are supposed to go through, because this kind of training is going to leave no one behind. This is so impactful. Thank you, Coach Mustafa. More emphasis on writing your story. Writing your story starts by writing yourself, because people that come to join us are always joining us depending on how we present ourselves. The first presentation is how smart are you looking? How do you appear before your prospects? Because you may bring me someone, and you should also look money before you attract money. Getting started in the right way, this is the way to go. And every day I make a new decision. Every day I get a new energy. Every day I really know that there's a lot coming to us. I really know that you have a lot to do to change people that don't know what we are doing. This morning session has been so impactful. I see we have now 28 people that have joined us today this morning. I'm sure we're going to grow up to 50, even up to 100. And this is what is going to bring us real results, because results are going to come from learning. The more we learn in the morning and we should take action on whatever we are learning. Because they say that if you learn and you don't practice what you are learning, that is energy wasted. Let us not waste our morning hour. Let us, whatever we learn, let us go and practice. Just I feel like you should just get out of the house and go and attack the world. Let everybody get this energy. Let us go and attack the world, because they don't know what we are learning today. This is our day. This is our day. We should win. We should always really follow this morning learning. There is a way they impact me, and I believe someone also is also getting impacted. We are going to make new serious decisions, and people that are watching us are going to be surprised. Like this morning, yesterday, we checked on Business for Home, the top earner, and we found Omega Pro producing the second top earner in the whole world according to Business for Home. Anybody in Omega Pro, let us keep checking the updates of the company. The company is growing. And are you growing in the business? What is stopping you from growing when the company is growing? All together. Every day, I keep checking. The company has no number one. By the time the company produces the number one, where am I going to be? We can write our names in Business for Home. In Business for Home, all of us here.
So your story has to be positive. I learned that. Then you have to learn your success story and everything. Coach, it is me sharing now. You had gone off, eh? So you talked about that. They taught us about how to tell your success story. You don't have to get yourself out of the equation. We have been doing a mistake of only showing Tomiwa's testimony. Yes, we can show Tomiwa's testimony, but you also, even though you have a small package, you can open your back office and show him when you started your package and how you've been earning every single day. It also gives him a confidence than showing him than showing your prospect as someone who's very far and is making money. But also, if you show him your back office, how you started, it doesn't matter whether your package is small, but how you started and how you're earning every single day, it will also give a certain confidence to that person, and that this business is true. So that one also, we need to improve that. Yes, so you need to be impactful. Your show has to be impactful to your prospect. I learned that. Then I learned something about how improving your skills, that your skills will make place and your career for you. I talked about finding your prospect skills. You need to learn how to find your prospects. Then he talked about the invitation skills, which I say that tomorrow we are going to learn about how to get clients, how you can get new clients. But what stood out for me in this whole thing, and I just got mad, was the follow up with your prospect. That one hit me badly, because I have realized I've recruited many people, but almost all of them I've recruited are not recruiting. You understand? And they have the testimonies, they have the results. Most of them have withdrawn some money, and I see they have like a confidence of Omega Pro. So actually, what came into my mind is I'm going to organize a dinner for only the people I've put into the business and who have gotten results. And I'll tell them what is stopping you from showing this business to other people. that one stood out for me, and it's a bit a follow up. It's I need to I learned that it's not, you don't, after a person joining, it's not the end. Help the person to get started. How does he get started? It's not enough to just put money in Omega Pro and you go and sleep. You can make money, you can make more money when you begin to show other people your business, to recruit other people. So it really stood out for me that you have to make sure that the person gets convinced. Actually, coach taught us about you have to make 4 presentations for someone. That means the first meeting, after presenting, you have to make another appointment so that you can show him, because you cannot, trust me, Omega Pro, whatever we need, you, if now like me, if I'm to present Omega Pro and to show a person everything about Omega Pro, I think that a whole day won't be enough. A whole day won't be enough. Because if I'm to look, if I'm to go to the bank and then I start showing the person about the bank, that can take me a full hour. You understand?
Yeah.
So I've learned a skill which I want to emphasize to everyone in this call.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you meet a prospect for the first time, after presenting, reschedule another meeting with that prospect.
Yeah.
When you meet him the second time, reschedule a third meeting for that prospect. When you meet that prospect at the third time, reschedule another meeting for the fourth time. That one stood out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very, very good. Until somebody gets convinced. Another time you meet the person, show him the bank. Another time you meet the person, show him how this is how the company is joining, is partnering with these key players like Dybala, Vinicius Junior, Ronaldinho. Another time, so that by the time the fourth time ends, the person will be totally convinced. That one stood out for me.
Yeah.
That one stood out for me.
Wow.
And I'm going to organize a dinner or a lunch on for every person, my prospect. Because almost all my prospects, some of my prospects have eaten 300%, but they are not recruiting. They are not showing this business to other people. They have a testimony, and it really bothered me. It really bothers me, and I know if they have a testimony, if I can meet them and maybe bring coach on board, and we can show them maybe cash flow quadrant, what we learned yesterday, I believe they will have that confidence of bringing their friends. Thank you very much. Let me leave. I've learned a lot. Let me leave others to share. Thank you very much, coach.
Wow. Francis, I've never liked your energy, like the way the energy you are using now. I don't know if because it's a fresh morning, but your energy is through the roof. Always be like that, my brother. Okay, wonderful.
Yes, that is our Francis.
Yes,
Powerful.
yes, I like the energy. Yes, as I told you, even if you just have only one idea, it can change your business. But now for Francis, something has clicked, something has opened up within him. He has now got the answer for question he has been asking. That's the power of this wake up and win. You may not be able to capture everything, but it's always that one particular thing that stands out and it's going to become the turning point of your business. So let's get another person sharing. Raise up your hand. Raise up your hand. The next person sharing. Yes, Dumi, are you the one sharing? Dumi from Zambia, are you the one sharing?
Hello.
Yes, go right ahead.
Hello, Mustafa. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, brother.
Okay, thank you so much, brother. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited. Good morning, Africa. You know, I'm super excited, and of course, the energy in this room, on this call, is absolutely on another level. You know, I'm seeing another side of Francis that I've never seen before. Thank you so much for that, Francis. You have really powered us.
Okay, Mr. Domi.
You know,
Thank you.
and of course, thank you so much, Mustafa, you know, for always grooming us into the leaders we need to be. We really appreciate you. And I think I'm getting so excited. I love your energy. And of course, this is turning us into the leaders that we need to be. You know, for me, what stood out the most is the why, in terms of why do you want to join the business? If you join the business for all the wrong reasons, you will find all the excuses there can be in the world to blame it on the business when you fail. Now, one thing that I have learned that I need to deal with personally is the fear of failing in the business. Now, if you let this take over your zeal to win, you will realize that, you know, it will be more dominant. And at the end of the day, it will keep you in that little shell or that little box that will not allow you to harness your true potential. So first of all, we need to deal with the fear of losing or the fear of not making it. You know, every business has challenges, and the greatest, you know, people that ever made it in business and in life are actually seen not from the results they have done, but from how they rise when they fall. So it's very, very important that we know how to deal with that. But back to the issue of, you know, knowing your why, it is very, very important, because this will always be the main reason you will get up whenever you fall, whenever you fail, whenever you fall, you will get up and pick yourself and keep on moving. Because you will always remember to say, I needed to achieve that and I have not yet achieved it. I therefore need to pull myself together and keep on pushing and keep on pushing. Now, there are three types of people. There are those that will start something. When they reach a hurdle, they give up. And then there are those that will start something. When they reach a certain hurdle, they'll stop and start another thing. And then there are those that will start something. When they reach a hurdle, they struggle, consult, and they keep on pushing, and they'll go straight, they'll reach another hurdle, they keep on pushing until they reach the end. That's the sort of people, that's the sort of leaders we need to be. And I think for me, my why has been that I am getting tired of, you know, being tossed around by my boss, being frustrated despite, you know, putting in my level best to make sure that everything I need is done. Now, one of the other dreams that I have is basically, one, to have my own financial freedom. And number two, I need to retire my grandmother. And number three, I need to give my family the financial freedom that they deserve. And for a very long time, I thought that the work I do, the job I do would actually deliver me. And that's why I had to put in my level best. But sometimes it doesn't work out according to how we want it, because sometimes when you do one wrong thing, our bosses tend to forget all the level best that we've put in, and we end up getting frustrated in the end. With that, I have come to realize that network marketing is the way to go. And I have decided that I'm going to push this full time, and I don't want to look for another job. This is what I want to do, and that is the way to go. So thank you so much, Coach, for bringing out, you know, that out in me. And thank you everybody for the motivation every single morning. And I hope everyone else is getting great value from this. And I look forward to being a great testimony one day. And I look forward to actually start writing my story now, so that one day I can inspire people. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Wow, wonderful. Domi-san, that has been so powerful. You have brought that part.
I'm also looking forward to come to Zambia. Mr. Dumis, I'm also looking forward to come to Zambia. Hey.
You are welcome. You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome, Coach. We're waiting for you. My brother, you're welcome. We want to see you all come to Zambia. We can't wait to receive you and just, you know, get rolling with the game.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
actually, I have a senator in Zambia who signed up. I think I'll connect him to you so that you can help him wake up and be always on the Zoom. Okay.
Not a problem.
Okay. So Isaac, go right ahead. Isaac, go right ahead. Thank you, Dumi, for that perspective, and even giving the example of your story and your reason now. Your reason are valid, and I like the way you compare the corporate world, how you have been giving your best, and now why now Omega Pro makes more sense. Yes. So if others can do it like how Dumi has done it in more especially a part of your story, and give us also your reasons. Why did you choose Omega Pro? There could have been other options, but why Omega Pro? People want to know, your prospects want to know. You could have been in agriculture, you could have got a second job or gone for another course at a university, but why Omega Pro? Why are you betting on Omega Pro? So Isaac, go right ahead. Isaac. The next person after Isaac, raise up your hand so that I know who's the next person. Isaac, go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Africa.
Good morning,
Dumi, my brother. Yeah, thank you so much, Coach, for this opportunity. I must also mention that there is too much energy on this call, and I have no doubt that millionaires will come from this team. One thing I have to mention is that people who show up always produce. People who show up always produce.
Yeah.
Some people say wake up, dress up, and show up.
Yeah.
That's what matters. So when I see commitment from people waking up early, maybe even some getting late going for work in order just to feed from this training. It's this level of commitment that is going to produce great leadership, great leaders, millionaires, business for home contestants. Yeah. So thank you so much for this level of energy on this call. I wanted to talk about something that caught my attention, a subject very dear to me, and that is telling your story. You see, the whole essence of telling your story when you are starting a business or trying to show it to someone, the whole reason why we tell a story is to connect.
Yeah.
So I'll give an example. When you want to marry, for example, the reason you would tell maybe a lady a story is so she can be able to connect with you. And it's the same in this network marketing. If, for example, I say, I saw this business at a time when my financial situation was really bad. I could hardly afford 3 meals. Remember, you are talking to someone probably who is also going through the same. So they are saying, if he was like me and here he is, maybe making $1,000, then probably I can equally do it in Omega Pro.
Yeah. True.
So if a story is it's something that is just to connect. I once did a company where we were taught how to connect. You need to ask a series of questions. Yeah. Once you understand this person, you know how to tailor your story towards those things that you found out from that person. Once you are able to connect, a person can be able to see themselves in you. If this one was unemployed and he also do it. The story should be in such a way that when you tell it, it's real, it's genuine, and people can be able to connect and relate with you. Once you do that, it's going to be very important at closing stage after your presentation. Then I wanted equally to make a brief comment on inviting. Inviting is a very important skill in network marketing, especially if we are to build a big team, because most people lose the deal at invitation stage. For example, if Mustafa calls me and he says already, I want to show you Omega Pro. There is a business I'm doing. I'm already gone. I can't come. So one gentleman, one of the top earners in this industry, Team Sales, he says, if I can't give you everything, I can't give you anything. So once we learn this skill of inviting, we are going to have a very high retention rate when it comes to getting our guests, those that we communicate with, we invite to come and look at the presentation. Yeah. So I thought those two things have really stood out for me. Of course, everything has stood out for me,
Yeah.
but in the interest of time, I would like to just make comments on those two.
Wow.
Otherwise, thank you so much, Coach. This is very, very good. We are getting fired up, and I can assure you that Dumi and I are ready to set Zambia on fire. So
Wow.
watch out. Thank you.
Wow, my brother. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. And I believe with the grace of God, Zambia and Southern regions are coming on board in area partners. So our goal is to dominate Africa, and soon we are going to achieve that goal with your leadership, with your experience, and you coming on board. Now let's go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you.
This is Nava, the blessed Kampala, Uganda, as usual.
Yeah.
Coach, thank you very much for this wake up and win call. I've learned a lot today, and I'm blessed today to learn all that I've learned. For today's call, all along, I've been listening to people presenting. They give their stories, and you're like, why is this person being direct to the point? Why are they making stories? At times I'm like, we even don't have time, they're making stories. I didn't know what they were up to. But at the end, you always remember their stories. You always remember their stories. And
Yeah.
I didn't know the secret with the stories up to today.
Mm.
So I've learned a lot. And from today onwards, I'm also going to do as I've been seeing those people doing, because their stories have been capturing my attention. And at the end of the day, you end up thinking about them after you separate.
Yeah.
The concept they were telling you, and I'm also going to start putting stories. And another thing, what I've learned today, that we have, when we improve on our skills,
I think your network is stable. Your network is not stable. Let's say your network, we cannot hear you. Let's say your network. Okay, next, let's say your network has been a problem. Yes, Madam, can go right ahead. I think let's say your network is a challenge. Madam, can go right ahead.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning
Yeah,
to
I'm
you.
really excited this morning. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I tuned in late, but I have learned a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Welcome.
Now, what has really attracted me in all that we have learned this morning are the 7 skills to become a professional networker. Now, we have looked at 7 skills for one to become a professional networker. I've looked at all of them, but what has really caught my attention is the follow-up. You see, you can invite people for business, but following them up is always a problem, especially on my side. Now, when I invite you for a business and you don't come, I normally don't have the energy to follow you up. But now, today, I've learned that it's real good to follow the prospects up. That one will bring you results. But I normally get discouraged. I'm like, somebody is going to tell me that I'm on his or her neck. And the moment I invite you, then I don't follow you up. You either come, you don't. And I think that one has been my weakness, because if I invite you and you don't come, then I don't normally get the energy of following you up. So I have learned that it is really important to follow our prospects. So all these 7 skills, they are really good. They have attracted me, and I have seen where my weaknesses are, and I think I'm going to improve, especially on this following up skill. Following up prospects is so important. I have learned it today that it's really important to follow up prospects.
Okay.
But I normally don't have that energy to follow up prospects. If I invite you and you come, or you don't come, then I don't follow you up. And for me, I didn't know that it is a weakness. I thought that if I invite you for business, you either come or you don't. Maybe if you don't come, maybe you don't want. I don't normally have that energy to follow you up. So I have seen that it is important to follow up prospects. Thank you so much, Coach.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so that's your
Coach.
Yes.
Coach.
Yes.
Coach.
Hello?
I have a testimony.
Yes.
I have a testimony. I've got a sign up of $3,000. I'm picking the money at 9. Wow. I'm so happy.
Wow, that's the news. Yes. How did you get it? Was it a follow-up or what? Or how was it?
It was a follow-up.
That's the power of follow-up.
A follow-up, updating somebody, what. So I'm picking the money at 9, confirmed.
That is Francis.
Yes.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Let's meet at 9 at our office. I'm also coming shortly.
Okay. Now, I think more good news are coming and the energy is happening everywhere. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get somebody from Tanzania to share something, because I've heard from Uganda, Zambia. Let's get somebody from you, because that time is not on our side. We have to go to work and prepare for the day. Let's have one person from to represent Tanzania who has got something that he feels he wants to share. Somebody from Tanzania specifically. Yes, MC Yusuf.
Yes, good morning. Yes, James. Good morning, all. Thank you so much. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot today. You have taught a lot, and first of all, I want to appreciate Coach Mustafa for all that you have been doing. As I've been saying, you have been busy duplicating us so that we become the better people, especially in our business. Of the things that you have been saying today, we have been learning. I've got some I've got some few points that I want also to share from this side, especially when you are talking about those skills, the skills in network marketing. These ones, the one we need to improve ourselves in it. The greatest thing that I want to share here is about presenting the business. Most of us sometimes have been good in finding prospects from up and down. Them, but the challenge have been how to present the business. And Coach Mustafa, you have said something concerning presenting, that sometimes you don't get the signups just because of the way you have presented the business. Because most of the challenges and the challenges we get from our presentation is how people try to defend themselves, try to criticize the business, try to show some challenges, ask some questions that sometimes you find yourself that you don't have the answers. So knowing how to present is very important so that we get the prospect that we have invited into our business so that they can sign up. And most of us, sometimes we depend on leaders that can you can you do a presentation to my people, do presentation to my people? But it will be so easy to improve and grow our business if all of us we get to the point whereby we can be able to present in a very right way and be good in answering the questions. And Champion Julia said something that we need to be checking our Omega Pro business, how it is going, especially in the business for home. We check everything every time they update anything about our business. We have to check there. All those things, they give us a good opportunity to have a lot of answers to so many people who are critics concerning our business of Omega Pro. So I think this is very important, and I got it that way. And I also insist my friends and my people and my champions that we need to get deep in knowing how to present our business so that we grow our business easily. So I thank you. I have a lot to share, but because of time, let me end up there. Thank you, Coach Mustafa. And thank you, all the other champions.
Okay, thank you, Yusuf, for representing Tanzania. Because of interest of time, other people will share tomorrow. So tomorrow we are starting the series on prospecting. We are going to go one skill at a time. We're going to give every skill the maximum attention so that everybody can share their opinion, their opinion. And I'll give you the principles, and we can always talk about different tactics that other people they are using to prospect. So if you want to know how to find new people to share Omega Pro business with, either you want to prospect on social media, prospecting offline, all that kind of stuff, tomorrow in Wake Up and We are going to be covering each and everything. So we are going to be focusing on prospecting for the rest of this week. Then next week we can tackle the invitation skill. So other than that, let me wish everybody a very successful day ahead of you. I believe we can all become millionaires via idea partners, mentorship, and leveraging Omega Pro. So let's keep the teamwork, let's keep the spirit, and congratulations for everybody for waking up early to start the day, the light way, the light motivation. Wish you success. Go meet that prospect, go make that phone call, do that follow up to the person you have not been following up, and more importantly, invite people for the Zoom presentation every day, 9 p.m. We have a general Zoom presentation for our main team, which is GLE, all the teams combined in Africa. We shall be sending the link shortly in all our respective groups. But more importantly, if you have you are in the center, Tanzania, Uganda, and you have access to the training center in Dar es Salaam or Uganda, feel free to pass by with the prospect and go meet your business partners. You understand? Associate with us. You understand? Come bring your prospect to our offices, and we shall be happy to present and share our story with your prospect. Maybe they will join because of our stories. Thank you, everybody, for tuning. Those in Uganda, our Think and Grow studies are still going on. Today, we are tackling the imagination, which is about chapter number 5. So those who are all online also have access to that Think and Grow book, the ebook, or go to the library, get Think and Grow. When we are done with these studies, we shall be having that book discussion live here on the Zoom. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Wish you a blessed day ahead of you. Thank you.